Take my hand, oh Abba Father, show me what you say. Guide me from within my spirit, I will let you lead.
What's going on, y'all? So today we're just gonna do one more go at the final commission. I'm gonna be touching up on some clouds, maybe adding a couple of highlights here and there, and then I'm done. Just wanted y'all to appreciate this last little portion, and if you can learn something from it just by watching. I'm gonna be working in complete silence on this portion. I'm not gonna be working too long either. I have a lot of other stuff that I need to take care of tonight, and tomorrow, however, I'll be going over actually tonight after this is what part of what I have to do. So tonight after I finish this commission, what I'm going to be doing is going over a schedule for the rest of the week, and then potentially working out the rest of the month on what my broadcasts are going to be about, what I'm going to be teaching, and how I'm going to be proceeding with those teachings. And I'll be making a post on that, but it's going to take me a little bit to work out all the final details and the kinks. Without any further ado, I will try to get to y'all's questions if I see them. If I don't see any questions, I will be working on this strictly. Um, Feel free to come in, chime in, ask questions as I'm doing it. But if I don't see any questions, I'm just going to be working in silence. All right. Oh, on a cool note, I actually did manage to order some um, varnish for this piece and for some of my other pieces that are completely dry. For Let me just explain that while I'm messing around with this stuff. So what varnish is basically a protective covering, and the way it works is you kind of work with the like the brush strokes and stuff. So say for instance I got a brush stroke going down and to the left. That's the same way I'm going to be painting over it with the varnish. And what it does is it protects it from dust, protects it from cracking as well. I think you put a protective coat over it maybe once every year, and that's how that works. Now this big glop right here, it's almost dry, but this is part of the reason why you wait for long periods of time because of the white. White takes forever and a half to dry, even on the inside. So I could probably wait for another 3 months and this will still be dry or still be wet on the inside because it's just thick. And likewise with a couple of other these pieces, if they still have some give to it, it just means like when you press it, it kind of indents. Um, that is probably not the best idea to go on it with varnish. I've been doing a lot of research on it lately, and found out that that's one of the things that you need to be doing to protect your paintings and to bring out the color. That's another thing. It also brings out the color, makes it look. Um, from what I've seen, it makes it actually pop out more, makes the color stand out. Looks really nice whenever it's finished. All right. So right now I'm just going to go into a little bit of ultramarine blue and some white, and we're going to be working on some more clouds. And right now, I'm just taking the brush real quick, making sure I thin it out as much as possible, and then just go up onto the canvas and then start soft, making sure I've got nice, puffy, soft clouds. And I'm really just teasing it to make sure that I don't have the wrong consistency that I want. So I'm just coming up and just kind of playing with different amount of pressures before I actually commit to one. Ooh, good to see y'all. So as explained earlier, I'm just going to kind of be working relatively quietly today. Just doing little touches and pulls. So Sheila, I did see some of your pictures, your paintings. They look good. Keep on the direction that you're going. And same with the rest of y'all who are kind of regulars watching this, y'all are doing good. You're improving, and I recommend staying on the path that you're going on. It's paying off. The more you practice, the better your paintings will look. Keep it up. Karen Glover. Appreciate it, Karen. So the way I'm getting this real nice soft consistency for y'all who are probably going to end up watching this afterwards, it's real simple. Anybody can do it. You just go back over gently. Here. Matter of fact, I'll just get y'all up right on the edge. I know that there's nobody watching right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone came back later. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get y'all right up on it. There we go. Got the stand, just a little bit more like that. I'm gonna get y'all as stable as possible, so excuse the dizziness. There we go. Because I'm just gonna be working on this section right now. And I know it's really hard to see, but if you bear with me, I'll get y'all as close as possible. There we go. So now you can see kind of what I'm working on. I know it's really hard to see this particular area unless I get super close or unless I do this number, but I'm just going to be working to kind of touch this portion up and then be done. And literally all I'm doing is just applying a thin amount of paint and then just repeatedly blending it. And I'm just going right back over the same spot to make it soft. Now, if you want it to be kind of a little bit closer to the, I don't know, more profound and distinct side as far as the lights go. What you could do is take some, like a little bit more of the white, just tap it over the edges, and then just go back and blend it back towards the bottoms to kind of fluff it and kind of give it a gradient feel if you want to. But I'm going to stay closer to the blue side right now. And it's important to leave little shadows in between. Matter of fact, let me flip y'all around so y'all can see it a little bit better. Here we go. Now y'all can see it a little bit more straight on. Let's see here. Now, notice that there are some shadows in between. These are kind of nice, so I like to leave them for the most part because moonlight can't always go straight through the clouds, even though they're vapor. It's not possible for it to break completely through all of them. So that's where the shadows come in handy. So it's good to leave them whenever you can. And to anybody who's new to watching this, my name's Jared Schoenfeld. I just paint and I teach. I usually use oil mediums, and I try and help anybody who watches kind of get a little bit more creative with their paintings or drawings or whatever mediums or things they try to use art for. And I give art tips here and there whenever I get the chance. So today, I'm just working on this commission. I know y'all can't see the whole thing because I got y'all zoomed in because I wanted to show y'all all the details that I like to paint in. And it's really hard to see whenever you're up close or whenever you're far away like I usually have it. And this is a big piece. This piece is probably about a 24 by 36. We can leave one final little fluffer right in the back. Maybe this guy gets hit by a tiny, tiny amount. Of light. Not very much, just tiny. She's kind of far away. There we go. Just a real quick demo of how you can add details. It's literally just playing with the shadows and the lights and watching your light source. Actually, there's two of them technically. All these little stars, all from up in the top of the sky, and all the clouds and precipitation above reflects the moonlight back down onto the clouds. So you got to take into consideration that as far as like the other clouds, even the ones that are hardest to see that are kind of up and around and far away from this one. Yeah, the last couple touches. We'll say there's maybe one or two right here, little buffers. And if you're ever struggling like this, you can always just kind of go back and just fluff them out, or even go back over it with like even just darker blue, and just paint over it with that dark blue. And typically, you can get rid of most of the color. And if you can't, that is quite okay. Just go with it. Work with those little guys that don't want to disappear. Just take a blue that's pretty similar to what's already on there and go with it. Turn them dark. Make it like this this nice little wall right here of paint that I already had. It's almost completely dry. It's a little tacky, but you can actually stick your finger on it or rest your arm on it or your hand and go with some blue. Just kind of go in little circles, or you can just kind of do almost a circular motion just to blend it back. And then we'll come back once we've got this darker coat appearing completely, and then we'll put we'll just outline it with a little bit of white and blue, and then we'll color good. There, just like so. We won't want them too much towards the bright side. Just about like this. So I'm going to try to get it as gently as possible. And then we'll work on this one right here. You can just tap it, or you can line it. Either way, it's just on how you feel comfortable. And there we go. Ooh. You know what? It would be kind of nice if I had a couple little fluffs right back here. We've already got some nice little edges going on here, and you can actually take your finger and smooth it back if you want. If you don't want to use your brush, because your brush may or may not have that massive amount of white. Man, I'm just having fun with this at this point. I think it's really important for you just to have fun with your paintings. If you're not having fun and you're just trying to slave over it, maybe you need to change your approach. It's good to put details in, but if you're not enjoying the process, hey Leanne. Hello Jennifer. Hello Leanne. Good to see y'all both. Why, thank you. Yes, we are working on the clouds, the little fluffs. Kind of keep it nice and stringy over here. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the ultramarine blue with the white that I've got on here. So I've got ultramarine blue and white that I'm using currently. And just kind of like a shadowy color. Not really shadowy actually, it's more of a highlight over here, but when you're over here, it's more towards the shadowy color. So over here, we're just kind of outlining different spots where I think might have some moonlight hitting it. Maybe this guy is kind of transparent, lets a little bit of it slip through. And one or two final fluffs over here. And then I think we're going to color good. And it's all right to let it kind of be kind of translucent or transparent. as well, because not all clouds are completely solid looking. A lot of them you can see through. Let's try to get rid of you. There. Nice and fluffy. Almost like a smoke cloud right here. Then you can take your finger, if it's oil, and kind of smudge it in there, and blend it back just a little bit. And you could do the same right here where I've got a lot of this light. And what it does when you take it and smudge it back, it kind of acts as a gradient. But you can also take several fine furry brushes, like using animal hair brushes. They're very soft and fine, like weasel hair brushes are the best. Red Sable's what they're called. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to order some the next time I go and order supplies. They are quite useful for cloud painting. The last time I painted like this, it was with a Red Sable brush, not with just a synthetic brush that I'm using right now. It was with a fan. Let's get in here real quick and kind of show y'all what's going on in this area. So basically all I did from here was I took just a little brush, this little fan brush right here, or not fan brush, this kind of detail round. It's number 2. And I kind of started emphasizing a few little highlighted spots where the moon might touch a little bit of light, because you got the corner of it, it's still shiny. Hit a few. Hit a few of the fluffs, and then I kind of carved out a few further away ones, and then allowed them to get hit by further light, even from behind, where you might have the moonlight just bouncing off of different clouds and hitting it. And that's it. It's your, I believe this is a finished painting. Now what to do about the signature? I think we're going to do it right here at the bottom. What do y'all think? Should I do my normal crimson or go white? I think I might go crimson. Let's give her a poke of the crimson. And if this doesn't show up, that's quite all right. We will go back into it and hit it with a little bit of white. Okay, signs. Whip. I know it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to turn y'all just a little bit. There we go. This right here is my signature. It's not the prettiest, but it is mine. Just my, basically just J Rod. That's how I sign my name. Anybody could be named Jared, but not too many people sign their art J Rod. So that's how I started it when I first started art. And I typically go with crimson or with white. Now, if this was still wet paint, I would have been 100% down and throwing in white. But it's not. Oh, y'all still think I should do white? Well, let's go around it. We'll do a little fun one. Paint around it. Maybe do a little stippling effect. Got a nice size glop on this. I'll just outline the red so the red shows up a little bit more. Oh no, I've touched the red. That is quite alright. Wink. Right here. Go around and up and over. And a circle. And a dot. Now we have a glowing effect. Oh, shoot. Hello. You know what? I could take a little bit of that. You know what? I see one thing that we can do, maybe. See a few places where I can actually just mess around with highlights. I think we'll do that. Let's see what happens. Is it dry? Yeah, it's dry. We'll touch up just a few of them. Just a few of these little stompers. Maybe some of them got hit with light. Here, actually, let me back up for y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is taking mostly blue, phthalo blue and an ultramarine, ultramarine blue, and a little bit of white. And I'm touching up a couple of these stumps where I think they might have been hit by a little bit of moonlight. Just a little bit. And then if it's too bright, you can always take your finger and just rub it in. And that fades it instantly. It's okay if it's just blue or you can do purple. Either way works. And you can just touch up a couple places, maybe leave in some blank spots or little dark spots where moonlight might have hit it a little bit and then just didn't touch the other spots. There you go. And that is a finished painting. There you go. I'll be taking a picture of this real quick, and I'll be posting this on Facebook immediately afterwards. Feel free to stick around if you want and wait for that picture. It'll be on my art page. I will post it on my personal profile after I get a response from the customer. But that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed a little bit of a taster for actual like hardcore details that I usually do by myself. I don't like to do this with teaching just because there's a lot that goes into it, and I don't always have the best way of explaining it. All the basics I've got down, and I can explain those very easily because I've done them so much. Details, not so much, just because I typically only really work details if I'm either putting a piece into a gallery or a contest, or I'm doing it for. Let's kind of straighten this guy up. Crooked. Let's see. Put the details in if I have a customer or a contest or a gallery, or if I'm just having a whole bunch of fun. That's typically it. If y'all have any questions, y'all can go ahead and ask them, but I'll be getting to them after the broadcast is done. So in the meantime, I'm gonna sign off. I'll show y'all real quick panel up closes of everything from left to right, and then I'll be signing off. This one was fun. All the different clouds and puffs. All the rock formations, trees, lake. I know it's kind of hard to see this stuff with the glare, but bear with me. And I'm going to get y'all up close to the trees because there's a lot more detail in here than you can actually see on the camera, just because of the angle and the glare. Here we go. I'll turn y'all down, and y'all can see just a little bit better. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts, is the waterfall. And then the kind of icy water right here, and then how it kind of fades away into the crevices. All right. And then we step back. Oh goodness, I'm such a bad camera person. There we go. And that's it, y'all. Let's flip y'all back right upside down. Oh goodness. All right. Yes. Alrighty, y'all have a good one. I'll be on Wednesday. Tomorrow is going to be an exercise day, and if it starts raining, then I'll probably come back on. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all would like to see on the next painting, because I'm not going to be doing a commission. This is the only commission I was currently working on. and it's just been a pretty long process, and it was really, really fun one. If you ever get the chance to do 3D paintings, do it because they give you a lot of learning experience. And actually, believe it or not, if you practice like drawing 3D shapes and just try like drawing certain like lines to demonstrate, we'll say for instance, like this ledge right here. You can see one surface, then you see another surface, then here's another surface. If you practice drawing multiple surfaces right next to each other, like say boom, 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 and boom, the one way back there, you'll be able to figure out, okay, I can actually do this with painting as well. So when you improve your drawing, it also improves your painting. It's it's something that I kind of picked up when I was in the hospital, and I didn't realize how important it was until I actually did it a few times, and then I applied it to painting itself. And it made a massive difference when I was painting like cliffs or just 3D objects. It really does help. I'm going to encourage y'all on that. There's some homework for y'all if y'all are really serious about taking your painting to the next level or just interested in starting. It's a good basic to have. I'll give y'all some examples next time. I'll bring out my book, my little sketchbook, with all my pen drawings, and I'll show y'all what I mean. But that'll be for the next time, okay? All right. Love y'all. Bless y'all. And y'all have a good one. Bye.